Babylon is rising. It's being rebuilt right now in our lifetime, just as the Bible foretold. Back in 2006, when I wrote my first nonfiction book, Epicenter, I wrote an entire chapter explaining that according to Bible prophecy, the ancient and long forgotten city of Babylon will one day be literally rebuilt, even though it has lain under sand and ashes for thousands of years. I also wrote in Epicenter that the ancient nation that the world used to call Babylon in its heyday is the country which we now call Iraq. And the Bible says that it will not only be rebuilt in the last days of history, but that it will rise to become the wealthiest, most powerful, and the most wicked nation in the entire world, according to both Old Testament prophets and New Testament prophets and apostles. Now, to be clear, I'm not the only author who's ever read the many prophecies in the Bible about the future of Iraq, the future of Babylon, and come to believe that Babylon really will rise like a phoenix from the ashes in the end times, okay? Some seminary professors have written about this. Bible scholars here and there have written articles and books on the subject. But honestly, most of those works are rather obscure. I've read a lot of them, but most of them have not become that popular. Then came Dr. Tim LaHaye, who in his day was the world's foremost expert on Bible prophecy, certainly in the second half of the 20th century and even in the first years of the 21st century before he went home to be with the Lord. Dr. LaHaye, who was a personal friend of mine I studied with and learned from, he was fascinated with all kinds of Bible prophecy, but particularly with Babylon, and he wrote extensively on the subject. In fact, in the 1990s, when I first met him in the early 90s, Tim LaHaye and novelist Jerry Jenkins even wrote a series of novels known as the Left Behind series, envisioning how Bible prophecies such as the rapture or the tribulation, the battle of Armageddon, might play out in the end times, and how Babylon would be rebuilt and become the home of the Antichrist.